I want to talk about the Hong Kong Bar Association, which is a non-political body chaired by Paul Harris, who until January was an elected city councillor of a political party in England. And the association has a role to play in the Judicial Office's Recommendation Commission, which advises the chief executive on appointed judges in the city. How will Harris's political affiliation and his personal political persuasion affect the body's neutrality and credibility? Is this conflict of interest personified to you?
Well, obviously, because of his political connections in the United Kingdom, he's a member of the Liberal Democrat Party, which is one of the major parties in the United Kingdom, and he was an elected councillor in that party until January. And he has so far declined to resign from the party. Because of those political connections, when he says things, when the Bar Association says things, they won't be taken seriously. There'll always be a concern that it's not the Bar Association speaking, it's the Liberal Democrat Party in England. And indeed, when he first became the Bar chairman, one of the first things he did was start to criticise the national security law. And his party had also been criticising the national security law last year. And so people wonder whether he's speaking for himself, whether he's speaking on behalf of the Bar Association, or whether he's speaking on behalf of his party, the Liberal Democrats. And this is particularly concerning because his party, in the last 2 months or so, has come out with a whole lot of statements which are very hostile to China. The party leader, a man called Davey, has called for the United Kingdom to boycott the 2022 Olympic Games in Beijing. And just last month, his party's foreign affairs spokesman, a lady called Moran, she called for sanctions to be imposed upon Carrie Lam and on a mainland official in relation to the electoral reforms. So that's the official policy of his party. So where does he stand on these issues? Does he distance himself from those hostile initiatives, or does he buy into those hostile initiatives? What is his position on them? I mean, who is he? I mean, who is he representing? These are real concerns. And as I say, as long as he remains there, people will have very little faith in the credibility of the Hong Kong Bar Association. And it will undermine its position generally. And it will feed into the narrative which has developed in recent times that the Hong Kong Bar Association, instead of being a professional body representing the legal interests of the barristers, is actually a quasi-political party with a political agenda of its own. The Bar Association has about 1,500. I think the Law Society has about 12,000. But we must obviously hope that the Law Society doesn't go the same way, because the Law Society recognises that its function is to advance and protect the interests of its members and not to indulge in politicking. So if it's going to be taken seriously, then hopefully they will do something about the situation which they now find themselves.